In the darkest hours of the American Revolution, when defeat seemed inevitable, one man stood against the storm. George Washington was not born a king. He was forged as a warrior. At Trenton, at Princeton, outnumbered, outgunned, outmatched, yet Washington rode forward. He didn't lead from behind lines or from polished halls. He led from the saddle, sword raised, horse charging, eyes fixed on victory. When morale collapsed, when soldiers froze, starved, and faltered, Washington did what great leaders always do. He advanced. History remembers a revolution as a war of ideas, but it was also a war of endurance, and Washington was its unbreakable spine. Victory did not make Washington hungry for power. It prepared him for restraint. From the fires of war, he carried something rare, the discipline to stop fighting when the battle was won. In 1789, as the nation trembled under uncertainty, Washington was called once more, not to command an army, but to hold a fragile union together. He presided over debate, division, and doubt, not with force, but with steadiness. Where muskets once thundered, words now clashed, and Washington knew words could be just as dangerous. The Constitution was not perfect, but it was deliberate, a system designed to restrain power, not glorify it. What began on frozen battlefields became the foundation of a republic. Washington was elected to be the first president of the new nation, and in that moment, America's next 250 years began. For 2 steady terms as president, George Washington defined the office itself, establishing limits and showing dignity and restraint during those critical first few years. After war, after victory, after 2 terms as the president, George Washington faced a moment no one before him had ever faced. He could have been king, and the people would have accepted it. Instead, he walked away. By relinquishing power, Washington made something radical, real, that leadership in America was not ownership, it was service. No crown, no dynasty, no throne. Just elections, limits, and the will of the people. In that single decision, he ensured America would never resemble the empire it escaped. George Washington's greatness was not found in conquest, but in character. He fought when necessary, governed when called, and stepped aside when the moment demanded humility. His life reminds us that true leadership is not the pursuit of power, but the willingness to surrender it for something greater. George Washington, the father of our country, and a defining star of the American story. To explore the full legacy of George Washington, warrior, leader, and father of our nation, visit starsoftheamericanstory.com. Discover stories, resources, and lessons designed for young learners and inspiration for all ages. And join us as we honor the people and principles that shaped America's enduring story.